Awesome.
Um, did you work today?
I did.
You did. I love talking to the top of your hat. It's so exciting.
Sorry, I'm
I'm
literally
just
posting.
teasing, dude. I'm teasing you, man. You do whatever you do.
Yeah, I'm just posting this.
I'm gonna bounce with you, buddy. So, so we got a few headlines to discuss. Okay, but one I found interesting. I don't know if you know. Do you know about the assassination this morning? The two people that got killed.
Oh, I did hear about was it somebody in the Democratic Party that voted the
Are
other
you
way?
are you ready for who's related to this?
What do you mean
Okay,
related?
the
Like I know
guy
they're part of the person that
related to the he's in relationships with the killer. Okay, the killer was appointed. Tim Walz, the guy running for vice president with
yeah, the
Harris.
governor of
Okay,
Wisconsin or right?
he
Wisconsin.
appointed that guy, the guy they're looking for, who killed the two people in Minnesota. Supposedly, he appointed him
Minnesota, that's what it is.
in 2019, I think.
Okay.
But isn't it ironic he's in relationship with the killer? He knows the killer.
Really? I didn't
Yeah,
know they were
it's
related.
a mess. Well, who knows? I'm sure Tim wasn't aware of the killing, too busy cramming tampons up his butt. But, you know, he yeah, that guy gives me the creeps. Good afternoon, everybody. Hey, is it Pletchmeister? I never really pronounced his name. Hey, Double Bacon. Hey, Sumo Boy. Hey, everybody regular. How you doing? What is that? Spicy Bordeaux. Hey, how are you?
Yeah,
Um,
I saw her posts on some of your things on
yeah, yeah,
X.
yeah. She had asked when we were going to go live.
Yeah,
So
welcome in. I appreciate
interesting.
your comments on the page. That was
Oh yeah, very cool.
I totally agreed with what she was posting.
Yeah, the killer worked for Tim Waltz. There we go. There we go. The
Oh,
killer.
that's right. That's right. He was appointed by Tim Walz, or
Yes,
she. I don't know who it was, but yeah, they were appointed by Tim Walz.
all
And,
related, baby.
yeah,
All political. Two people got killed today. Horrible.
welcome
Absolutely
in
horrible.
Sumo.
What? Second?
I said welcome in Sumo. Welcome in Michael.
Hey, yeah, Michael, by the way, welcome.
Uh,
Uh,
Hello Janet.
these,
Pletchmeister. Welcome in, man.
yeah, everybody, howdy.
Ross.
Um,
Just naming off everybody's name, giving you a shout
so
out.
it's all corrupt, dude. It's all corrupt. There's so much, the drama is nonstop.
It
It's like
is.
I wake up every morning. Hey, what are we going to learn today? It
Well, I
used to
mean,
be,
right
we
now
had less,
it's kind of in the thing because it's it's been longer than what I think this is 7 days now, 8 days that they've been rioting, I should say.
oh, do you want to know how much riding we had here? None, zero, zilch. Not a person on the street.
No, like I don't even think in like most of the protests have gone to rioting yet.
Oh, no, no,
I've
not even
heard of
protesting, not a sign, nothing, not a
in
person.
Seattle there's riots in LA there's riots. I know Chicago's still protest phase.
How
At
about a
least
red?
last
How
time I
about a red?
checked. I mean, things could have changed, so don't quote me. I don't know uh, what the up to date idea or thing or news is, but
How about a red
last I
city?
heard,
Is there
huh?
a red city protesting?
You're not gonna. I mean, you're probably not gonna find that.
No, it
I'm
was a
kind of
ghost.
surprised Nashville's not.
It was a ghost town. We were just down there.
Really?
No, nobody on the streets. Not even a tourist. Broadway is bone dry empty.
Wonder.
We were
Yeah.
down 12th Avenue South. We were all over. Traffic wasn't bad. We got to the downtown about 70 miles an hour. There was nobody. There was nothing. Now, I heard there were a few people collected somewhere, maybe in the park. I have no idea, but not even close to what LA is going through.
Okay. So I'm looking at a Nashville live feed.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of people there.
but they're not protesting.
They're on Broadway, outside of Lucky Saloon. No, there's no protest. It looks
The
like a.
protest was to go from 10 to 12.
It
It's
literally
already
looks
over.
like an everyday scene.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. I got something in my eye here. Um, yeah, it was
It's kind
nothing.
of cool that I can sit here and catch into the live feed of Nashville.
It was literally a blowout, dude.
Yeah.
Like the whole No King's Day bullcrap. And ironically, I
Well, hold
guess,
on. Double Bacon said I saw the Nashville protesters today. They were at Bicentennial Park.
yeah, all five of them. I know we saw that video too. I'm telling you, I couldn't find any. I looked all over. We drove all the way downtown and back. I
Hold on,
heard there was a
Michael.
few at the park, and that was it.
Michael says they only riot or protest when Democrats aren't in power. Are you talking about like in the president seat
I
or
don't know.
presidential power, or are you talking about like because I mean there's government power or governor power here in or I'm sure it's well obviously in L.A. The governor's Democratic. It's Newsom, and they're rioting there. There's riots in
They're too
Seattle,
busy
which is a
killing people in
Democrat
Minnesota to
governor.
riot.
But the question is, what about a like red versus blue cities?
Yeah. Give me a red city that, I mean, Nashville had what? A handful of people protesting, which nobody saw.
I wonder,
But
can we bring up Bicentennial Park?
um, bring it up how? Sure, tell me how to do it and I'll do it.
I'm looking up camera live feed. There we go. There is no readily available public feed, a live feed for Bicentennial Park in Orland Hills. Oh wait,
Well, the protest is
wrong
over.
place.
It was from 10 to noon, so I'm sure nobody's there by now.
Bicentennial Capitol Mall State Park, which is downtown Nashville. Yeah, there's no live feed there. That's a bummer.
After ICE takes every Latino, what color so they go for next? The blacks? Wow. John, you ain't got a clue on the duty of ICE. You have no clue on what's legal, what's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
legal.
I heard that mentioned today when I was listening to somebody's video, and it's like, well, they're going to come after the somebody or the next group of people. And it's like, no, ICE. There's a reason why it's called ICE. Immigrant. Was it immigrant control?
The,
Uh,
the problem is it's not immigrants.
Grant.
It's illegal immigrants. You can legally come into this country. You can legally get a work visa. If you've been some of the immigrants
That's it.
that are
Immigration
even
Customs
illegal,
Enforcement. That's what it is.
Trump said if you've been working for like 10, 20 years on a farm and the farmer vouches for you, sure, we'll let you stay. Oh, nobody said that in the chat. Wow. Nobody gave him credit for that. All you're talking about is, oh, he's a
Well, honestly,
terrorist.
I think he's actually gone. What he's gone back and double backed on that with his True Social post. Um, but
What do you mean he
no,
double
he
back
actually
on
got a
it?
lot of flack for that, for
What do you
talking about
mean?
the not immigrating the farmers and whatnot. Yeah, people on the right was like, wait, hold on, this isn't
I
what
don't
we voted
I think
for.
it's a great idea, and I don't care what people on the right think.
Now, me personally, if you're illegal, you don't belong here. I don't care if you're working here, you're on a farm. I don't care.
Oh,
If you're
he
illegal, you
just
don't
froze
belong
up.
here.
Oh, there you are. I agree with you. If you're illegal, you don't belong here. But you know what? They've proven their way. They've worked long. Rush them through, make them legal. That's fine. They've done a good job for this country. They deserve to
Well, I mean, that's
stay.
kind of what the protests are all about, right? Or the riots are all about because they're
No,
going
no,
around.
no. Now,
Hold
no,
on. Listen, you only heard
okay.
half of what I said
I'm
was
sorry.
going to
Hold on
say.
a minute. If we can just wait for them to get paid for rioting, then we can give the answer why they're rioting.
Well, true. There's that too. But I wouldn't even say they're all paid. Um,
He just froze up again.
if you pay 100 people and 1,000 people join you, you never know. Jack. Oh, Jack. I think Jack froze or I froze. Something. Can everybody still hear me? It might be on my end. Uh, oh, wait. Nope. It was on his end. He's got to restart or refresh.
What happened?
You
No,
froze up.
I want to be over. Where'd you go?
You froze up. I never left.
No,
I didn't
you
touch it.
froze up.
I never touched the thing.
You froze up. You did. I was talking to you. You wouldn't say anything. I haven't touched anything. I literally have left it. You
Yeah,
left.
no. See,
And
Sumo says that they could still hear me after it froze up.
they could still hear you.
Yeah, Sumo says you froze up.
Huh.
That's weird. I don't know.
I don't know,
You
but
got to fix.
I'll
That's
figure
all
out
that
what's going on, guys. Sorry. But anyway, it might be this new browser I'm using.
What are
I'm
you? What
using
browser
it.
are you in?
I'm using DIA, DIA.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's an AI browser, meaning it's browser with AI built in.
Yeah,
So I can
and they look like
literally
they're all kind of doing that. I mean, you
it's a
browse on
hybrid.
Google and AI comes up before everything else.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. So let's see. Oh, I froze up. Okay. Uh, okay. I guess it was me then. I have no idea because I didn't have to reset it. But Jimmy, you're coming through clear now.
Okay.
So bottom line is illegal. I have no idea what you guys how you can justify being in a country illegally. We should
And
just let it.
here, this is the biggest, like my biggest concern is like if it's what is so wrong with going back to a country that you're from? Are you saying the country that they're from is that bad that they can't go back there? And then there's people saying, "Well, we go vacation there." Well, obviously, it's not all bad. There's possible or possibility and opportunities in that country. So, what do you need to be here for?
I have no
So
idea.
you can look over your shoulder and
Well, just so you
avoid
know,
ICE or
one of
any
the
cops.
reasons you're not here is because
You
the
can't legally
moment
buy anything.
the moment they get upset, they start burning things and breaking things. There you go. Okay. So maybe that's why we don't allow illegals in. Who knows? It's not my law. So do me a favor. I
Yes.
want you
Happy
guys to
birthday, President Trump.
write us a list of laws that should be and which ones we should be abiding by. Okay. You be the lawmaker. Okay. Be sure to have that in 30 minutes. Write all the laws we should follow then. And if for some reason a law is not on your list, we'll call you up and see what you think. You guys are crazy. Listen, you can't kill somebody. Obviously, 2 people were killed this morning. Should that guy get away with murder? Should we enforce the law of murder? Should we arrest him? A law is a law, just like a sin is a sin.
Exactly.
Stealing a candy bar, stealing an automobile is still taking somebody else's property. That's not yours. So the fact that you guys cannot clearly see legal from illegal blows my mind.
And here, Spicy says Trump is just delivering on the promises I personally voted for. So this is all wonderful for me. I have a degree in political science, by the way. Yeah, I think I read that on one of her
Wait,
posts.
who wrote that?
Spicy.
Okay. And what's funny is you guys continue to criticize everything Trump does, everything he breathes, everything. 2 Democrats got killed. You don't care. That cracks me up. You care more about a man who's living, celebrating his birthday, than you do about people being killed this morning. Amazing. You guys never, ever talk about the other side. I guarantee a Democrat put a hit on them. I guarantee it was political. But all you care about is holding a sign in the park.
Michael said the same thing I did. They do these riots in the name of Mexico pride, but think going back to their home or family or to their family, there is the worst thing ever. Is
Yeah,
Mexico
it
really
doesn't
that
make
bad?
sense, guys.
It
We
doesn't make
all
any
know.
sense.
Listen, we're not going to pretend it's a protest because it's not a protest.
The hypocrisy is real.
We're being paid to be violent, commit chaos and destruction. And you guys, if you don't believe me, go on the internet, look at some of the people who almost signed up for it, who told you everything that was handed to them, and they were to commit chaos. They dropped off pallets of bricks all throughout the city. What? Why doesn't that bother anybody? Oh no, Trump's spending all this money on his birthday party. That's all you care about. It's a freaking joke what you care about. You were so not equal. You were so ridiculous. Your guys' logic.
Wait, so Double Bacon says you never criticized Trump. I just did. Did I
Wait,
not? When I was criticizing him for the thing about the farmers, I think that's a criticism.
we would criticize Trump if he did something wrong. Okay?
When he
When he
goes
was with that
against the will of
prostitute and
the
tried to pay
people,
her off to shut her up, okay, that was wrong. We admitted that on another video. Every 5 minutes to make you happy, we're not going to criticize Trump every 5 minutes. But you guys are like, well, Trump totally took that dollar off the dining table. That could have been a tip for a waitress. A Democrat just committed murder on 2 people, but you're worried about a dollar on a
well,
table because Trump's involved. You're worried about a birthday party. Are you kidding? You know what's funny? He spent what, over 100 million on this thing. You never once
what's
said it
funny
was.
about it is that if Trump were to spend money, or hold on, if a president, I'm just going to put it that way, if a president were to spend money on the army, the National Guard, or the Navy, or whatever, it doesn't matter. If any president were to do that, they'd be praised. But because it's Trump, we got to criticize it.
You guys literally.
It's just
I don't
it's
get it.
PBS at its finest.
Wait, do you have proof for the pallets of bricks? Are you freaking kidding?
Here, I'll even bring it up.
Are you freaking kidding?
I
Did you
will even
not see the pictures on the internet? Did you not?
president
People were asking, why are there pallets of bricks all over town?
spend
Oh, the next day they were throwing them through windows.
on
They were throwing them at cars. They were throwing them off the freeway. Do you have proof? Such a democratic comment. Such a hater's comment. Do you have proof? Yeah, we got proof. It's called pictures. Oh, it was probably AI.
Yeah, see here, it's
I mean,
just
you guys literally, I could show you proof. I could walk you up and slam your face into the bricks and go, there they are. And you go, yeah, you're faking me. They're not real bricks. They're made out of rubber. You guys continue and continue to spin.
yeah,
You
here.
never,
See,
you never
I
admit
looked it up and
defeat.
it's all it
You
is.
never admit you're wrong. You never give credit where credit's due. Never.
Which U.S. presidents?
There's a new
Yeah, if I look up
photo.
president spends money on celebrations, it states only about Trump spending $30 to $45 million on the parade or the celebrations. It doesn't bring up any other. But let's see, which U.S. presidents?
Spicy Bordeaux said, I saw a photo of Kamala Harris. I have not seen this photo.
Yeah, see, it's not even bringing
Standing
it up.
next to a truck
Man, Google,
full
you
of bricks
suck.
from last week. I didn't see the photo, so I can't comment. Once again, if I haven't seen something, I'm not gonna talk about it. But Spicy did, so she can talk about it. All right. Um, the thing is, they literally arrested the man who was handing out face shields to the criminals, or I'm sorry, the protesters. They literally arrested him. It was like it was all funded. That how do you think Walmart got involved? I think they were behind the face masks. That's how they knew Walmart was financially behind this too. I'm surprised we haven't heard BlackRock or Blackstone or whatever. I think it's BlackRock. I'm surprised we haven't connected the dots yet. But the bottom line is we did connect the dots with the killer in Tim Waltz in Minnesota. 2 other politicians in Minnesota died. They were Democrats, but you know what? They deserve to live. Nobody cares. Nobody talks about that. They talk about, oh, Trump's birthday party. Spend all this money at Trump's birthday party. Really? Unbelievable. You guys, black is black, white is white. Stop graying the area. Stop. Illegal is illegal. Dead is dead. Murderer is murderer. I'm not sure how else to teach you guys logic. Literally. Hey, Sumo Boy says we should run for office. You can be president. I don't want to be president. President's not fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
No, I'll be vice president. I'll be JD Vance.
Okay.
You be Trump. But no, on serious note, guys, listen, wrong is wrong. I don't care who's doing it. The Democrats got killed. I don't care they were Democrats. They were human beings. So let's step back from the politics. That's evil. That's evil that anybody gets in your way, you knock them off. That's called mafia. You didn't like it when the Italians did it, but it's okay. You guys don't even talk about it when politicians do it. Now, one of you has mentioned the killing this morning. But you know what? It's big. It's horrible. It shouldn't happen. I hope they catch this guy. I really do. Listen, we can all have disagreements. Trust me, I disagree with most of you. But I would never, and I've said it this morning, I would never wish harm on any of you. Never. No. I mean, you're going to go ahead and think with me talking on this microphone is not going to change one of your minds ever. Some of you will agree with me, but you agreed for me from minute one. I didn't convert your thought process. The ones who disagree with me have always disagreed with me. You will always disagree with me. Always. You will never give credit to Trump. Period. So, anyway, enough about that. The deaths were horrible. The protests didn't happen. What does that say? Tim Waltz said during the VP debate that he was friends with school shooters. Yeah, Tim Waltz literally said yesterday that he's worn a tampon. He literally, I watched him say it. Congress was interviewing him, and he said, you should try it. Puts a little pep in your step. Jamming a tampon. I'm guessing he put it up his butt. I don't know where else he put it. But the guy's a freak. The guy's a freak. I don't care if you're born today. I don't care if you're 20. I don't care if you're 40. Guys wearing tampons is not right. Okay? It just isn't. And saying it's a good thing and it puts a pep in your step. Wow. Yeah, I want that on my gravestone. Tampon up my ass puts a pep on my step. Really?
Wait, what?
Did you just say that? Let's see. What else is John saying here?
I read, what was it? Way to lump all Democrats as murderers and rioters, fair and balanced.
Wait. There you go again. Guys, you write better fiction than I do. You literally said, way to lump all Democrats as killers and rioters. Nobody said they were all Democrats rioting. There were people who wanted $150 for the day. That was it. That's how much they're paying, by the way. They pay $150 every day for you to burn, destroy, and commit chaos. And by the way, some of them were supposed to wear MAGA stuff today to create more chaos, more confusion. This is all coming not from my mouth, from the rioters. Some of
There
them
you
come
go.
forward.
There's
But
something you're looking for John, or from John. What
What?
ICE is doing is evil, going after people that are not white, but yeah, we are the sheep, Jack.
What
He's
a
not going after people that are not
what the,
white.
wait.
There's
Yeah, he's not going
illegal from
after.
every country, and they're going after all of them,
Okay,
all illegals,
let me help you out,
whether they're
John. Ready?
from Pakistan, whether they're from Ireland, whether they're from
What's the
Venezuela.
definition of
It doesn't
illegal?
matter. He's going after all of them.
As an adjective, illegal means contrary to or forbidden by law, especially criminal law. Do you want to hear the remaining one?
No, that's good. Did you write that down, John? They're going after illegals and only
I want
going
to know
after
why it's
illegals.
evil.
No way are they
Enforcing their law is
targeting
evil.
everybody but white people. That
It's
is the
evil
most
to enforce the
asinine
law.
statement ever. They're going for people who don't belong in the country. Unbelievable. Oh, by the way, this podcast is Jack Scalfani and Jimmy and F as in Frank, for those of you who are listening to the audio only. The rest of you watching the video, you get it. But whoever said I said all Democrats are killers and rioters, and that is so stupid
What
to
did he
make
say?
up, to literally make up something I never said. Everybody's in the room. Everybody hears what I'm saying. I never once said, I've never once said all Democrats are killers and rioters. Never. But by the way, did you know, Jimmy?
What?
You know I voice text a lot, right?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah. Understandably.
Do you know I have voice text?
Sometimes it's hard to understand what you're talking about because of it.
Yeah. Voice texting sucks. We're already on the AI. We haven't gotten voice texting down. Every time I say rioters or protesters, I will literally say it like this: rioters, protesters, so that it can understand.
Yeah.
It never spells it. It
Never tried that.
Try it on yours.
There, I'll try it out right now.
Yeah, try and excuse me. Try and voice type. It never spells rioters or protesters.
Rioters and protesters. Well, it says, wow. Okay, you can stop now. It says rioters and protesters.
Rioters or rioters?
Rioters. Now, if I say rioters, it writes out like I'm writing.
Yeah. It never.
Rioters.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Did it do
got
it?
that one. Yeah.
I never could get my phone to do it.
It's probably an Apple thing.
Probably an Apple thing. By the way, I'm not the biggest fan of Apple, even though I use Apple. I think I told you guys I'm in that class.
I didn't find that phone I was talking about last time or last what Thursday. The unplugged phone.
Unplugged phone.
Yeah, it's called the unplugged phone. It's was it veteran made? So U.S. veterans came up with the phone, or the it's an open source phone basically. I think, or maybe it's closed source. Basically, they can't listen in on your conversation, and then it has a dump feature on it. So if you get pulled over and they want you to check your phone or whatever,
Right.
you can dump everything, that like reset your phone so they can't or dump all your texts and all your emails and all that kind of shit.
I don't know. Hey, I got a question.
Hmm.
If Elon came up with a Tesla phone, would you get it?
Uh,
I
yeah.
heard his prototype that he had, the design, original design he was going for. Hey, knock it off. The dogs are playing in the living room, horsing around. It changed colors with the weather. The phone did. The outside, that's what I heard. It had holograms, so you could
That'd be
watch
cool.
videos in 3D.
You know, I heard him say that he's never going to make one, but
I don't know. That's what I heard his original design requests were. Not that they made it happen.
yeah,
It'd be cool if it changed
it's probably
colors.
just left in concept phase.
Yeah, I don't know if I care about hologram. I really don't. I can watch 2D. It's no big deal. Let's see here. Assume I'll be careful. To have a different opinion. We may be next. You guys are so dramatic. I should shut up and just read the comments that fly by. You guys literally.
There you go. Emil Claudel. He says, so what do you feel about the legitimate protests? Surely protesting is a core part of America. Yes, I'm okay with that. If you want to protest something, you want to go out and speak your voice, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's part of our First Amendment
Oh my
right.
God, it's been going on in universities since I've been born.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing it at colleges and universities. And I mean, that's what Charlie Kirk and Ben Shapiro and who's the other guy that I watch? Oscar Tatum. That's what they do. You know, they go to colleges and they speak.
Okay, let me ask you, Jimmy. What do you think about throwing bricks through windows and burning down buildings
It's vandalism.
and
It's a
stopping
crime.
traffic?
It's vandalism. It's a crime. If you're blocking traffic, you're
It's a
impeding
crime.
traffic. So that's a crime.
But they seem to be okay with that, Jimmy.
Well,
They seem, obviously, nobody has a problem with that.
there's your point of
They
view,
think that's
our point of
protesting.
view, or there's their point of view and our point of view, and it doesn't matter. Our point of view is right because it's by the law.
And by the way, I don't know where you guys live, but my friends in California are glad for Trump sending the National Guard, glad for Trump sending the Marines, because nobody else cared about those people. Obviously, most of the people in my chat room feel the same way. They think ISIS is wrong and everything they're doing is wrong. Okay. But you know what? There's laws for a reason. You don't break them. When you break them, you go to jail, you get deported, one or the other. If you're an American, you go to jail, then you get released on bond and whatever else. But you're illegal and you're going to get sent back. Bottom line. So, we talked about to death. We talked about the illegals, the protests were a total blowout. Okay. Which is good because I really didn't want to see mass hysteria and destruction. Didn't want to see it. I'm glad it went the way it did today. Not against protesting. Nothing we've seen in the past week is protesting. Not when I give you money to create chaos. That's not that's an uprising. Oh, that's an insurrection, guys. You invented the word. You freely used it
Chris is
against
in here.
Trump.
Welcome in, Chris.
Trump's January 6th was nothing in comparison to LA, and you guys have never used the word insurrection. Amazing. Yeah. 23 Skidoo said it best. Protest doesn't equal riot, so it's an unfair question, Jack. Okay, what's an unfair question? So that I can answer why it's an unfair question or it's a fair question. That's not a, by the way, 23 Skidoo. What we're seeing on TV, the news, on the internet, that's not a protest. That's not. That's people, once again, being paid money to be there to destroy things. Does anybody disagree that they get paid money? Do you guys really think they're protesting? Or do you think they're getting a paycheck? We know it's being paid for. The people there said it, literally said it. Yeah, I'm getting paid to be here.
Yeah, there has
No,
been people who come out and said it.
but you guys are
Debbie
okay with that.
Debbie said something
What?
when you were talking about voice to text.
Yeah.
She's from Louisiana, right? So she has an accent.
Uh-huh.
I can only imagine if your accent's really thick.
Oh,
She
it's
says
gonna
she
be
hates
horrible.
voice to text because she has an accent, so it's hard to pick up.
I totally get it. I feel for Debbie. Sorry about that. That's tough. If you have an accent, because voice texting still isn't even close to what it should be. But whatever, you know. But anyway, so what other headlines have we got?
Dr. Clutter says ICE arrested people at the workplace. Well, if they're illegal, yeah, catch them anywhere. I don't care where they're at. They could be on the toilet. I don't care. Take them.
Okay. What? So
ICE
by
arrested. Okay.
your guys'
So for
logic,
one, I'll get this clear this up, guys. ICE is not arresting people. ICE is catching people that don't belong here and sending them home. That's it. They're not arresting them. It's not a punishment to go back to your country.
oh, don't get me wrong, Pick Rob. There are people there who think they're protesting. They really are real protesters there, mixed in with a bunch of people being paid to create a commotion, disrupt the president's everything the president does. They will pay money. They will do whatever it takes. And the fact that you guys can't see it blows my mind. It does. I don't get it. You know, I read in the Bible there would be spiritual blindness at the very end of the end of the world and all that. People literally could not see it. And I didn't believe it. The first day I ever believed there was blindness from people about anything was 2020. Was it 2020? No, it was older than that. Was when you reelected Obama.
Right?
You know, you reelected
Oh,
Obama.
because of yeah.
That's when I realized there are people who are blind. There are people who really didn't see him money laundering $3 million on a book deal. There are people who didn't know anything he did, and they
I don't think people
reelected
know
him.
what money laundering is, to be honest.
They don't. Well,
I mean, obviously not. They're blind to the fact that Biden was like non-coherent.
yeah, yeah. I'm not going to get into what he did. You can look it up though. But he had like a $3 million book
Exactly,
deal.
Michael. When there's violence, it ceases to be a protest and becomes a riot.
Say again?
Michael says when there's violence, it ceases to be a protest and becomes a riot. Yeah, and I think didn't you post something about point out the riot or the peaceful protest,
What
comparing
about
it to January 6th. Remember?
Oh yeah, guys.
Yeah.
No, not a window was broken on January 6th. Not a building was burned. Not a vehicle destroyed on January 6th. but that was an insurrection. That was horrible. Oh my God, it was the end of the world. It was like, you guys literally said it was like everything. These people were in jail for 13 months. But John, you never said, well, they're being unfair. They're going after white people. It's
No, because it's never about. You can't be. White people can't be victims to crimes.
Please. Welcome to the last 5 years.
According to the left. According to the left.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. According to the left, anything bad is okay unless it goes against what they feel. Then
Unless
it's not okay.
White people or Americans do. It doesn't even have to be white. I mean, hell, if it's somebody that's of color and they're on the right, they'll punish them too or criticize them too. Protests are cool as long as they're not funded by a single political party. Absolutely agree with that.
Okay, mainstream.
Well said, Spicy.
Spicy says, hold on.
Protest.
Mainstream media is a really effective tool at mind controlling the sheep. Man, Spicy, you're awesome.
She's got a head on her shoulders.
You were totally awesome. That's like the first logical statement made this morning or this afternoon. That's the only reason people are so unsupportive of getting rid of illegals. They have made them, you know what's funny? They have made, people are so gullible, Spicy. They have made, the illegals, and they got a family and they got kids. No,
Skidoo
the illegals are raping 14-year-olds. Let's get it real.
Not even just that. Killing them.
They're stealing from every store.
I
know, but you guys don't see any of that. You're so blind. You see none of it. And you've never once admitted what they're doing is wrong. Never once. Pick Rob kind of did. Pick Rob knows. Thanks, Pick Rob. So
Skidoo says protest doesn't equal
Skidoo
right.
knows.
That's an unfair question, Jack.
What was the unfair question?
Saying that protest doesn't equal a riot. When there's violence involved, that becomes a riot.
A protest.
You can literally look up a picture of the Watts riots, which is also in LA, by the way.
Looks exactly like today.
You can look at the picture of Watts riots and look at the riots in LA right now, and you couldn't tell the difference.
No. And you guys literally, not one of you, which I'm guessing none of you live in California, none of you thought it was okay to send the National Guard. None of you thought it was okay to send the Marines. None of you thought it was okay to send help to human beings in an entire state that needed it. None of you stated that.
ICE was doing was right.
That's my, I guess my complaint is you guys never say this is wrong, that's wrong. No. Only thing comes out of your mouth, Trump's wrong. Trump's wrong. Trump's wrong. I think they wind you up and just let you go. I think they're like, there's a key, a media key that twists on your back, and you just do whatever they want you to do. You believe whatever. Oh, and if you don't believe something, where's your proof? Where's your proof? And then if you don't believe the proof, that was AI. That was AI. There was no way to make you guys happy. That's going to be a screwed life to never be happy. But there's no way to prove anything, to state anything. Why do we even bother doing a podcast? It's complete hysteria. You guys literally are puppets. Wait, you guys, hold on, here we go. Let's give this, I have no idea what this says. You guys keep talking about being blind, yet you defend every crime committed by Trump. Hey, Jimmy, I literally said when he paid that woman hush money, that was wrong. But somehow I defend every crime he's ever committed.
What crime is he committing? He's doing everything within the law.
Name one crime he's committed. By the way, every fabricated.
And I'm not talking about the fabricated ones before he was even elected. And I'm sorry, you're
People, this is such crap.
unable to understand what a fabrication is.
People would
You can't
criticize you
tell
less.
that a misdemeanor that was brought up to a felony isn't fabrication. I'm sorry. There's no hope for you if you think that.
Look, people would criticize you less if you criticize Trump similar to how you criticize everyone else. I do. It's called logic. It's something that's lacking in the chat room. It's called bold-faced logic. It's called looking at something and going, 1 + 1 does equal 2. You guys, the news could tell you, no, it's 5. And you'd walk around going, it's 5. It's 5. No, it's not. What's going on is wrong. The killing of Democrats this morning was wrong. I know that because I got a brain.
I want to point this out.
Literally.
So
Okay.
Yamas Bogus says Jimmy is spitting facts, and the only reason I'm bringing this up, the only reason I'm commenting on this is because I'm just pointing out the common sense that's going on. It's not about trying to spit out facts. It's not trying to, because I don't have all the facts, but I can see the common sense in things.
Matt gets it. You're all literally puppets. I guess you are, because you have never, since I've been doing F as in Frank, you've never said anything good about Trump. Not once. I've said bad things about Trump. I've said where he screwed up. By the way,
maybe talk about the asylum policies of the U.S. greatest president, Ronald Reagan. Yeah, I don't agree with the Reagan's asylum policies at all.
What happened? What was the comment?
So Ronald Reagan is basically the reason for all this asylum controversy.
Mm-hmm.
Something that he passed while he was a president. I don't remember. I was, 10, I think, when it happened. But I've heard about it.
But I heard there was a lot that he did for the country that was really good. He probably was the last president that was liked by both parties. Serious. The last president that everybody liked equally. So anyway, so bottom line is,
oh my God.
What?
Okay. Dr. Clutter Junk Removal says January 6th was against the Capitol building. Invade a Capitol building, ? By definition is insurrection.
Wait, they didn't burn it down.
No.
That cracked me up. They were welcomed in.
For one. They didn't vandalize anything for another. They were allowed in. They had the doors opened and they were shown where to go. And they're all
in, guys.
They literally
watched the video just today.
And even after the protest was over, people were still being arrested for being there after the protest. Not just that, but all people that were Republicans that weren't even in that area were being hunted down and being accused of being there with no evidence.
They were in jail for
you want to talk about due process? Those are people that never received due process, and they were locked up for 4 years.
Jimmy, we're wasting our breath.
Seriously, that's a waste of time.
They don't care. You can prove to them 1 + 1 = 2. They'll argue with you. They'll completely see something different. I'm blown away.
No, you already read that.
But after a while, I get tired of arguing common sense.
Lies? No. Sorry, Dr. Clutter. You
Jimmy, do you also have a political science degree?
Only person killed on January 6th is unarmed women that... Yes. See? Michael says it. The only person killed on January 6th is an unarmed woman that a cop shot on the spot against actual training policies. Yeah. They're not even supposed to discharge.
And you called it an insurrection. LA is worse than anything that happened January 6th. But you call that a protest. A legal, kids having fun protest. But January 6th, insurrection. Are you kidding? That blows me away. You guys serious? January 6th, insurrection. God forbid you use that word today on LA. No, you never would.
Yeah.
What were you reading?
No, I just agree with what you said.
Oh.
Like if you were to say that things going on in Seattle or LA or wherever, you call those an insurrection.
You know
And
what's
they're
funny?
even they are literally like destroying federal buildings,
I
and
know
that's not an insurrection.
they're destroying mom and pop businesses. That literally
Dude,
not one of you
they're
has
looting
said,
a sushi shop.
okay, not one of you has ever said, oh, hey, Trump went on the mic publicly on media and said, do not
Oh shit.
misbehave,
Oop.
do not get out of control, be good. And he tried to stay calm. He tried to keep the peace. He literally, I'm sure he was lying. He was lying. It was AI. Really? It's crazy.
And Wibbins, I'm sorry about your 4-year-old and 8-year-old. I'll try to refrain from my cursing.
Oh, did you curse? I
I think
missed it.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, pick Robbins. I could feel the Chicago blues creeping in. I don't know what that means, but uh, once again, nobody has
Here.
nobody ever has given one iota of credit to Trump for anything he did good.
Well,
By the
speaking of
way,
things,
did you hear Trump's going to make an announcement?
I did. And it's supposed to be
Big,
yeah, it's supposed to be a big announcement. It's supposed to be really good.
really good, really
Um,
big. And I guarantee you, if money is given back to the people, you guys are all going to take it and never say thank you.
but they'll bitch you on. Oh God,
Oh,
sorry, my bad. They
they'll
will
rag.
complain
They'll rag about
all
it.
the way to the bank.
Insurrection, January
They will
6th.
complain all the way to the
Oh,
bank.
I got a check. Well, that
Anyway,
must have been from somebody else.
Emil, let's see. Emil Claudel says, "So you're okay with breaking the law? Isn't it against your constitution to send military to a state without the specific request of the governor?" No, it is not. They cannot do like they can. He can send as a president. He can send the military to a state, but unless he enacts the Insurrection Act, he can't actually deploy them to this like boots on the ground kind of thing. If he wants all of our military in San Diego, that is within his purview. He has that right. If he's training them for riot control, that is his right. Once he enacts the Insurrection Act, it is now within his law or legal right to control or quell the situation. As far as what is it the National Guard, he has God, what is it? I think is it the 10th Amendment, I think, where he has the right to control the National Guard above and beyond the governor if the governor refuses to circumvent the problem on the ground or in their cities.
You guys have never, ever said anything about Newsom not holding to his office. There is a sworn oath he takes as governor to take care of the people in that state. And not one of you has ever said he failed. Trump came through and he sent people there to take care of them. What? Why is the dog barking? Hope. Hope. Shut up.
The Article 2 powers are vast. President can do what he is deemed necessary to protect citizens. Exactly. Thank you, Michael.
You know,
Yamas Bogus, I love it.
get over here. Get over here, girl.
Actually, no, I don't know a lot about Reagan, but no, I don't have a political science either. But I pay attention to politics.
Hold on a minute. I'm going to kill my camera for a second.
That's fine.
I'll be right back, okay?
Move the F as in Frank, so it's...
Oh, anything else? You want a hot dog?
No, I'm just saying it like it's right above my face.
I'm just kidding. Hold on a minute. Where do you want it?
Left, right, doesn't matter. Let's see.
Why is it not moving?
I don't know. It could be the thing glitching. Here, I'll switch or move over in the camera. There we go.
All right. Sorry. I'll be right back.
Let's see. No, I don't have a political science degree, but I already read that.
Great.
And when he called
The moment I kill the camera and get ready to go kill her, go lay down. That's Jenny.
Careful, you might get animal abuse on that one. Talking about that.
The moment I get back into this, she'll start barking.
Well, yeah, she's a dog.
I know.
Right, so when he called Ron DeSantis Meatball Ron, what? I don't know about that.
Anyway,
what were you politically at 10, Jimmy? I kind of fell in with the crowd. I'll put it that way. I leaned more left back then at 10. Well, I don't know. At 10, I don't think I really cared. But I'd say in high school, I was probably more left leaning, liberal leaning.
Really?
Democratic, yeah.
I wasn't into politics at all. I knew nothing about what was going on.
Like I see the very first president I think I voted for. Oh God, I gotta think back. I want to say it was Bill Clinton. I voted for Bill Clinton, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know who I voted for first. I graduated in 85. Didn't we have an election in 86 or something?
No, 84.
84?
Yeah.
Was that Reagan?
If you graduated in 85, the first election you would have been eligible for would have been 88, which was George Bush.
Ugh. Wow, what a crappy start to my political
George W. Bush.
Voting. Jimmy is very politically minded.
Who did he run against? I don't even remember who he ran
Dole?
against.
I think he ran against Dole.
Was it Bob Dole? That sounds right. Bob Dole.
I think Junior ran against Dole. Bush Jr. The son.
Maybe it was the other guy.
I don't know. It don't matter. I honestly have never in my life liked politics. Never. I hated it when I was a kid. Bored the frick out of me.
What do you call that? George W. Bush opponent.
You're talking senior, right?
Yeah. Looks
Kerry?
like
John Kerry.
Yeah, Kerry.
Go
John
figure.
Kerry and
I didn't.
Well, he ran more.
Were you a fan of Bush?
No. Hold on.
What?
Why is it a picture of?
What?
Maybe okay. Never mind. So George W. Bush was the younger one.
Oh, so senior Bush senior. Who did he run against?
HW, right? HW.
Who did Bush senior run against for president?
George H.W. Bush ran for president in 1988 and was elected as the 41st president of the United States. This is from Wikipedia.
Who did he run against?
I want to read a whole.
Who did George H.W. Bush run against?
Here's an answer from Historianet.com and Ballotpedia.
Michael Dukakis.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my God, I haven't heard that name in years,
I know,
dude.
right?
I don't know anything. Ross Perot. I did vote for Ross Perot. I did. No, I did. Maybe I didn't.
Didn't George Sr. Run twice?
Ross Perot would have been a good president. John Kerry.
I swore he served 2 terms.
You guys remember so much? John Kerry ran long after Bill Clinton. Oh, well, my Dukakis is who ran against George Bush. I can't remember any of the elections. Someone in chat is like, I know it all. I know you guys do know it all. That is very good. H.W. Bush and then
Wow.
Bob Dole. Yeah, I was not into politics at all.
Okay, so in 92, it was George W. Bush and Bill Clinton. And then, okay, Bill Clinton won in 92.
Yeah, I don't care. They're all
And then
boring.
Bill Clinton won again in 96, I think.
Pokemon Go to the polls. Hillary
Against
needs
Bob Dole and
Hillary
Ross
to go to
Perot.
prison. Double bacon. You're too funny. Let's see.
And then in 2000, I believe it was
Dukakis got
Obama,
destroyed
right?
because he said, I
No, George H.W.
cannot
George
believe
W.
you guys remember this stuff.
And then
I'm
2008
just an old fart, I guess. Dukakis got destroyed
was
because he
Obama.
said he would be willing to let men molest his wife.
What?
I don't ever remember that.
I
don't ever remember
Sixers on that day.
Dukakis ever saying that.
Forget that. He wasn't angry, but he wasn't supportive.
Wow.
I've
never.
I don't know about that, Spicy. I think Trump was okay with the protests as far as it was, as long as it was peaceful, because he did want people to peacefully protest. And
hey, Spicy, are you referring to contacting us personally or Dukakis and Bush? I don't know what to. Is there a way to privately contact these men? Which men? Me and
Michael
Jimmy
Caine.
or Dukakis and Bush?
Michael Caine brought up a good point. Hey,
What?
Jimmy, how many Republicans vandalized Tesla dealerships or harassed Tesla owners when Elon insulted Trump and his supporters? Hold on. I'll wait for it. I'll wait for it, chat. Go ahead. How many?
Zero.
How many?
Zero?
Yeah, I don't think it was in the news at all.
No. Wow.
Couldn't imagine why.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Especially since the Republicans are hated
there's
that
nothing Democrats can do wrong and that would cause you guys to complain about it. Nothing. But I'll tell you right now, if Trump did certain things, I would let you know I'm upset about it. I would let you know I'm bothered by it. But I can't name one thing he's done that I've disagreed with yet. But if I do, I'll let you know. Bush Sr. in a debate put Dukakis hard against his soft stance on crime and letting rapists out of prison. Wow. There was drama back then, too. There's always been political drama, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like there's always been this political drama. And you can go back as far as even like Kennedy, right? JFK. There was still political drama. I mean, you can read about this stuff, guys.
You guys are still blaming things on Reagan. Still, to this day. Reagan's dead and gone. But it's still his fault.
Well, no, I mean, I'll probably even agree with some of the stuff being his fault, to be honest. But what I'm trying to say is, like, the political scene has always been controversial. It doesn't matter who runs. I mean, the thing is, back then, it didn't affect so many people in so many different ways. They weren't trying to, like, take things from people, and privacy wasn't as big a concern back then as it is now. And the fact that we have the information age with the internet, and you can literally, like, I could take a picture and send it to Jack right now. Information is passed so quickly now. So that changes the landscape as well.
Okay, real quick, I want to interject something. I heard we have the ability to transport stuff from one point to another.
Do we?
I heard recently that the government can do this. Like one of the planes that disappeared. Remember the plane that was flying and disappeared, and nobody's ever heard from it again?
Are you talking about like
it was
a Triangle or something?
It was a flight, a regular flight, but it flew and it disappeared, and people literally, I'm hearing that we have that technology to transport things through space, time through like from here to New York. I can step into a portal. I'm hearing, guys, I don't believe it. I don't believe one bit of it. But please, I didn't believe there were aliens either. But I'm starting to hear more and more talk about that. I figured, why not throw it out there? Do you guys believe we have that technology? And that
I'm skeptical.
plane,
I'm not
yeah,
saying it's not possible. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it is possible, but and I'm also skeptical it exists. However, I'm not a scientist. I don't know.
I
I
always
couldn't
think of
tell you.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where he transports that one person.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, ooh, and all the particles and traveling and they
yeah,
appear somewhere else. I always go there.
yeah. I get that.
So,
Well, there's also
but
like Star Trek. It was in Star Trek one time where I think uh,
that's how they landed down on the
uh,
planet.
Commander Riker. Yeah, I mean they get teleported right
Yep.
from the planet to the ship to the planet. Well, I guess there was an episode where um, the teleporter, because they've done many episodes about the teleporter, but one episode that they were talking about it, or they mentioned it, or had it in the episode, was uh, Commander Riker was supposed to teleport to the planet, but something happened or interfered with the transmission between the
Right,
planet
right.
that he uh,
He came
beamed
out the
in.
other end.
He beamed on the planet and in the ship at the same time.
Did he have a tampon up his butt? Nope. Just kidding.
I don't even remember the episode.
It's
I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
I don't believe we
Next
have the
Generation.
technology. I believe that's still like a myth. I think people want to believe it. I don't think we have the technology. But hey, been wrong before. It's not like I'm always right. Let's see here. I'd be careful with portal tech. I saw the fly. That's right. That's right. Um, yeah. Did you watch the original or did you watch the remake?
What?
Which one? With Jeff Goldblum.
Wait, The Fly?
Yeah. Did you watch the
I've
original?
seen the original, but I've only seen it once. And God,
You haven't seen
so
the Jeff?
many,
Wasn't
many,
it Jeff
many years ago.
Goldblum?
Yeah, it's Jeff Goldblum.
That wasn't the original.
That
That was
wasn't?
nope. That was the
Oh,
remake.
okay. Well, that's the one I did
It
watch.
was a really old one.
And that was a long time ago.
Yeah, very much. Um. Okay, so I guess it's a Trump parade. Anyway, I want to acknowledge anybody in the chat room who served in the Army. Happy birthday. Today's 250 years. Want to acknowledge that. I think they do a great thing. Were you in the Marines, Jimmy?
Yes.
Okay. Just to make it clear, the Marines are usually the people they send in first.
The Marines are the 911 force of the world.
Literally, the people they send in
First in,
first.
last out.
My buddy Scott was Special Forces of the Army. He was there when the walls of Fallujah were knocked
You know
down.
that I think I from my understanding, not completely educated on this, but from my understanding,
Right.
I don't believe the Marines have a special forces. The closest that you can get in the Marines to a special forces is the Marine Corps reconnaissance. So basically, the guys that go in, or it's like two people, or like kind of like in the American Sniper, right? You go in, you survey, and get out, kind of thing, right?
I got a question about Marines. Maybe
But
you can
the
answer.
reason why you don't need a
I
special
guess I'm
forces
not
in the
going to
Marine
answer.
Corps is because Marines themselves are special forces.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When people call Marines by Jarhead, okay, is that a compliment or an insult?
Yeah.
Is that a nickname? Is it a?
It's just a nickname.
I've never called a Marine a Jarhead, but I know people refer to them.
Yeah, it's just a nickname. It's kind of like a devil dog.
So, but you never got insulted by it?
No.
So okay. I was just curious.
No, it's like I said, devil dog is another term that was given to the Marines I think by the Germans, if I'm not mistaken. Because I guess when we rushed the beaches
Of
in
Normandy?
Germany, they
Oh,
said that
Germany.
we sounded like um, basically like hellhounds, and that's where they came up with the term devil dog, because I guess the way the German
Is that a
language
Marine also?
it's supposed to be hellhound, but um, the way the German language translates over to English, it's devil dog.
Okay, okay, I guess that's cool. So it's okay to use the term jarhead?
Yeah,
They don't get offended?
to my knowledge, yeah, I've never been offended by it. So
All right. Uh anyway,
I mean,
once
hell,
again,
we would call each other jarheads. So
thanks for your service. And
yeah,
but
no
to
problem.
all the Army veterans and currently enlisted, happy birthday. 250 years today. That's great. That's amazing. Do you know when the birthday is for Marines?
Yes,
When is it?
November 10th, 1775, the day my Marine Corps came alive.
Wow.
Yep.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of
So I
gives me
mean,
goosebumps.
they're gonna have their birthday in November. So
Well, I hope so because their birthday
well,
is
I
in
mean,
November.
it's the same thing as the Army. 250 years.
Really?
Yep.
That's so cool. Okay, well, let's wrap up this podcast for today and save the rest of the headlines. We'll have all new stuff, I'm sure. There's drama. I think Monday they release new drama.
Oh, I mean,
So,
there's gonna be drama all weekend.
okay,
So
before I say goodbye, I want you to predict or guess one thing. What is Trump going to announce? That's good. I already have a prediction, but I'll let you go
God,
first.
I don't know. What would he announce? Um,
Guys, and if you're in the chat and you think you know what he's going to announce, put it out there right now. This way you later on don't go, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Get it out now.
I don't know. I would say it might even be something like, I think what you mentioned earlier is probably close to what I would consider.
What did I
Um,
mention earlier?
that he's saved money, and then he might share with the
Oh,
what
no.
he
I don't
saved.
think that's the announcement.
You don't think so?
No, interest rates. I think we're going to find he's been screaming at the Federal Reserve for days. I think we're going to drop like 2
Well, he
points.
also said something about credit card interest as well.
That too. But I'm going to go with interest rates. He's going to do like one of the biggest drops we've seen in a decade. I think it's going to drop like 2
Eh,
points.
that sounds legit.
That's just my prediction. But I thought maybe you had one.
I mean, I couldn't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, um,
Well, what do you want it to be? Put your order in.
that he's pulling all the troops out, that they're all out of the Middle East. I'll go with that.
That's not major good news that we haven't
Yeah,
heard
it
for
is.
in
No
years.
longer there. All our men and women are safe out of our way.
All
That's
right.
good news.
I don't think that's it, but who knows?
I
You could
mean,
be right.
I think what you guys or your guess is better than mine, but I'm just throwing out
Well,
an
would you rather
idea.
have your guess or my guess?
To be fair, both.
Well, can you refinance your bike?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So if it dropped 2 points, would you refinance it?
I've had my bike I've had my bike 21, so about 4 years now. A little
Well,
over 4 years, 4.5 years.
let's see what happens and then we'll discuss it.
I could refinance, but do I want to, or do I want to just trade it in and get a better interest rate on another bike?
Ross, I'm not saying Trump drops the interest rates. I said Trump will announce the drop of interest rates.
I think you would have a better chance at putting a limit on interest rates.
Right. But we'll find out what's going on. Once again, happy birthday to him. Um, be following me and Jimmy on social media because we'll post about any updates regarding the murders in
Yeah, especially
Minnesota.
on the weekend, I'll be more likely to post
Yeah.
I'm also in my Discord channel. Um, so I'm always talking to people in there as well.
All right. So let's let them go. Go enjoy. Happy Father's Day, by the way.
Yes.
Let's not forget.
Yeah. Happy
If
Father's Day to everybody in chat that's fathers.
Yeah.
You're
And
definitely
remember,
necessary
it's
for raising
dad
your
is a
kids.
name that's earned. So it's not like you got to be blood, but some people have earned the title dad. So happy Father's Day. All right. Anything else you want to say, bud?
No. Just follow me on my channel, JAS Media 2024. You can find me on, like I said, Discord at JAS Media. On X, I think it's the same thing. The logo is the same pretty much for all of the platforms. If you find my YouTube channel, all the links are in my link tree on there, so in the description. So
All right. So you guys have a good night. Enjoy your Saturday night and enjoy Father's Day tomorrow. If you aren't a father, call your dad. Love on him. Tell him you appreciate all he's done for you. You guys take care and have a beautiful one. Bye bye.
yes, have a great one, guys. See you next time. Are you still there, Jack? I think he's still live. I think we're all still live. We still live, guys?